And welcome to Houston for the small college semifinals for the Collegiate Rugby Championship here at the Houston SaberCats Stadium. It's SUNY Cortland Dragons versus the University of Wisconsin Platteville Pioneers. I'm Grant Harrison on the call, and I'm joined alongside Lance Kavanaugh on the color. Just a few minutes ago, St. Bonaventure won their match to punch their ticket towards the CRC finals and the championship match. And now it's the 5 seed versus the 8, SUNY Cortland versus University of Wisconsin Platteville, coming up here shortly. But before we begin, we take a look at both sides and the pitch. 65 degrees here in Houston, overcast, lovely conditions here. It's rugby weather. It's rugby day. Every day's a rugby day, but especially today as it all comes down to this for both of these two sides. You see SUNY Cortland in red and the Houston SaberCats in orange and blue. Again, I'm joined alongside Lance Kavanaugh. Lance, your thoughts on today's match?
We've seen who's going to take on into the national championship. Now we get to see team number 2.
As we take a look into the side of SUNY Cortland, Abby Duncan, Alexis Gomez, and Haley Rhodes up front. Keep an eye on them as they'll push the forward pack today. And as towards the back, Connor, Sydney Connick, and Mariah Rogers in the back with the boot. Be on the lookout for Molly O'Connor as we look towards University of Wisconsin Platteville. Lance, want to walk us through that team?
Absolutely. We're going to keep eyes on 8-woman Baldendine, handling business for her squad, one of the featured players for her team. And in the back line, with a senior holding it down at scrum half, Zoe Barnes. I'm excited to see this team fight for their opportunity to play for a national championship.
Next Level Rugby got a chance to catch up with both sides yesterday. Here's those interviews now.
It's good to be back. We definitely miss this atmosphere, miss playing as long as we did, so we're happy to be here. The competitiveness we have when we're down, we always pick our heads back up. Bonnie's is a tough game, and we love them, so that was probably one of my favorite games of the season. Both teams tried their best, and we're happy to be here with Bonnie's again. I just shout out to the Cortland Peace Frogs, all the alum that help us got here, our supporters, our fans, mainly our alums that helped us get to where we are.
You know, I will say the beginning of our season, it was a little rough. We had a few shaky games, but our girls, we wrapped it up. We've been working hard, and now we're finally here, so it feels fantastic. I'm glad we're here. So we've been working hard for it.
We've had some changes with our coaching staff. We've been low on numbers at one point.
And as we get ready for kickoff here, SUNY Cortland will kick us off from center. Both teams fighting all season long as we get a grubber here right up the gut. And it's recovered by UW Platteville. The Pioneers look to punch through as they find possession right in the center of the field. Going right to the backs, opting to find space here. Good push up the left-hand side of the pitch. Ball being played just carefully out of those rucks right now as a pod system fires us off here to kick today off. Not rolling away there by the Dragons. An unfortunate mistake brings up a penalty for the Cortland Pioneers. Ball kicked into touch there.
I'm in the center, there's your mark, Red. Yeah, hold on. In or out? Okay.
The Pioneers opt for a front throw. This ball lost but regained. Along the right-hand side, Brink takes off. Gains a big chunk of field right there. Barnes to Willoughby.
Turnover's good.
And poached there.
Turnover's
The
good.
jackal is
Okay.
good, and it's not releasing by the Pioneers now.
Just come this way.
I think that should give us a great indication of the kind of game we're going to get from the Pioneers. On the edge, fearless in attack, Brink on the brink of scoring a try. But Cortland has ball. Let's see how this goes.
Cortland goes with the forward pod up the guts. It's the Pioneers pushing back. Ball finally brought out there. Goes right into the hands of another forward pod. This time cutting inside. Right into the hands of the opposition. Going to a back line now. That's Valerio. She finds support. Gets it back to O'Connor. O'Connor to Macy. Macy with a good post, pardon me. A good presentation leads to a good run. Cortland playing this one back. And the run up onto the ball leads to a knock on
Blue scrub.
in the hands of Rain Shagan. And Rain Shagan there hanging her head low. An unfortunate mistake for SUNY Cortland.
The picture is starting to develop about how this game is going to play out. Cortland playing with space a bit. Maybe not so forceful up front to try to run directly at them, but let's see what the Pioneers can do on the first set piece for them on attack. Great platform, great position. Let's see what they bring out from the practice field.
Bind. Set.
It's the Pioneers scrum, and what a push it is.
Gun to ground here, unplayable. Reset blue scrum.
A knee on the ground for the Pioneers leads to a dead ball.
Yeah, so what we need to do is get at the same height. Right now the height's not quite the same and it's causing us to go up like this, all right? Let's work hard again, work hard during the engagement, during the set. Get at the same height,
You hear
okay?
the referee there saying get low, but not too low. Get low at the hips.
I was happy
Do
with the
not
timing
get
of
low
that,
at the
yeah.
knees.
But I'll keep an eye on
Try
it.
to find that height at the back. Try to find that push.
Crouch. Bind.
Still Pioneers ball.
Set.
And another good push by the Pioneers, this time along the left side. O'Connor was right in her face. And look at this run along the left side. Rogers finds it along the wing. And the fullback takes it up. And another good run by Rogers. Rogers, an early candidate for player of the match. Only 5 minutes into this. Forward pod here. The Pistons driving this engine. That is Platteville.
Off the foot.
Tries to go for the cutback. Ball still kept alive.
Advantage to blue.
The Pioneers do get the advantage here, as it appears to be an intentional knock. Another forward pod, and look at the run now by Callahan.
No hands now, Red.
Callahan keeps it alive. Good support. Brought out by Barnes.
Knockout advantage is over.
Barnes now goes to a back line. We've seen a dangerous run by Kozluni. Now we see a dangerous run by Risley. Still kept up and now put down. Poached here beautifully by the Dragons. Ball changes possession, still kept alive, trying to find an offload.
Not here.
But too many of those offloads fumble.
Blue scrum.
Wow. So Chloe Rapabus is finding herself having to tackle forwards as an inside center. But look at this poach right here. Tackle by Chloe, drags the defender down, and right there, perfectly positioned over the ball. Referee had no choice. Ashley Head using her head, stepping all the way through over the ruck and getting a turnover for her team. But if only that could have went to ball in hand, we could have seen what Platteville actually has to offer offensively.
It's Pioneers scrum, but won by the Dragons out of the back end. What a beautiful chance to win this one back as they set up a box kick, but no, it goes right to a pod. Right up the guts. You see the intensity by both sides in the ruck. And here, this one bobbled again. There is some confusion, some deliberation. Ball is out. No one picks it up, but finally, Shagan picks it up and brings it into contact. That's good line speed there by the Pioneers to eliminate the threat from the opposition. So this one goes the way of the Dragons.
A little bit of sloppy play early on. Indecisiveness from players around the ruck. It'll be good to see when the jitters are out of the way and they can really get into the attacking and defensive standards of this game that they set for themselves so far this year.
You can see the height in the scrum here. Both sides finding absolute domination in the scrum. There previously, the Dragons won a defensive scrum. Let's see if they can do it again.
Yep, stay there, 9.
This time, Pioneers do hang on to it. They'll opt to go to the strong side. A good carry there by Connor. And good speed again. Now out to the outside, it's Risley. Good presentation. And a pod runs to the inside. Right into the guts. Finding momentum. It's Bodendine. A good run there. Way to sink the shoulder into the hit. Find the advantage. And now here comes the speed to the outside. A one-handed offload. Look at the footwork. Look at the hands. And look at the try. This one scored by Taylor Brink, the number 11 for Platteville. And you see the jubilation here by the Pioneers.
What a run around the edge. We're talking about running by 3 or 4 defenders. No way to find that angle. Strong carry. What an amazing try. And easy as you go, walk in, touchdown, try. Double skip pass, inside out step, and then from there it's all determination and speed. Shaking off a prop, shaking off the fullback, 1 through 15, cannot put their hands on her, and she walks in for the first try of the day.
Taylor Brink taking pre-veterinary medicine there at UW Platteville. But today, she's the animal on the outside, and you see the celebration there by the Pioneers. The conversion was no good, so it's 5-0, an early lead for the Pioneers. That missed conversion, hopefully not too costly for Platteville. As we take another look at it on the outside, beating one woman, 2 women, then to the outside. It's a foot race towards the try, and she ends up with it. "11 minutes into this match so far, and this one would be a heavyweight bout for the ages.
Off her foot, play on, off the foot.
Dragons get this one off the foot, and a lucky call there, as this one's brought up by Rabas. To the The outside, it's been dangerous today. With support. And now a big tackle there by the Dragons. Finding a setup and a big boot there by Ravis. Collected by the Dragons. Along the outside, gotta find security. They do pick it up just in time as it was almost poached by the Pioneers. And now it goes the other way, this time in the hands of Rhodes. Rhodes with good presentation there. Molly O'Connor finding a direction to head into, and she finds Rainier. Rainier with a good run there. This ball out the side, regained by Macy. Good collection so far by the Dragons, as this one is punched up the middle by Rousseau. Emily Rousseau now finds a break, and this break doesn't go their way as it's off the knee and knocked forward by the Dragons. So the Pioneers get another scrum, as we've seen so many of today.
Blue scrum.
Pretty good phase of play build up there, but it's just the small things that can get in the way of creating great opportunities. That ball just a little low. Attacker couldn't get their handle, and there we are with a scrum down and prime opportunity to score, but now on defense.
Crouch.
Another scrum for the Pioneers here.
5.
See both sides just digging into this one so far today.
Set.
Here in Houston for the small college semifinals. Out the back, and Molly O'Connor will take this one herself. Goes to Sydney. A battle for the ball there. And O'Connor takes it again. A forward pick by Duncan. Abby Duncan gains some much needed meters there as the presentation just slips
When
through.
you're off your feet, you can't play the ball when you're off your feet.
And the ball was still in the ruck there, so O'Connor couldn't dive through and get it as it was trapped underneath the ankle of her own player. This kick for touch goes right into the grandstand.
And this Cortland find themselves in strange positions. The counterattack by Platteville causing enormous difficulties from the scrum half to be able to handle it. And just as simple as picking the ball up, finds herself on the ground. Every referee will call that. It's worth their salt. Penalty, and now we have a line out. And this is a great opportunity for set piece as well. 50-meter line, so many decisions, so many choices to make. Let's see what they decide to do.
The finishers will play a key factor today. We've seen so many set pieces. Forwards undoubtedly will be in need of a break in this second half, as a beautiful play there by Bodendine to keep it in possession of the Pioneers as they find a beautiful offload again to Ailey Risley. Brought down on the outside, and the ball's loose, but still alive. Head takes this one now. Appears to be a knee injury there for Ailey Risley.
Guys, we're going to stop
Allie
immediately
Risley,
because there's an
pardon me.
injury. Knocked on.
So we'll have time off here as we regain on both sides some composure.
And that bit of attack right there was phenomenal. We had the switch, held up a few defenders, get it all the way out to the edge, stretching out this Cortland defense. Cortland defense able to scramble, get a tackle, and cause a turnover. But wow, looks like we're going to be playing a little bit of sideline to sideline here. Looks like we have a team, at least in the Pioneer, who can stretch the ball and get it all the way out to one edge or another. And look at the soldier we have here. No, don't carry me off. I'll hop off and I'll get off the field on my own. Those are the kind of rugby players we love to see, mentally strong, doing what's necessary. And it seems like the ref might be blowing time back in for us to get back into this action.
Risley gets a hand from her teammates there, and boy, did she earn it there. As 15 minutes into the match to go down like that. Hopefully we do see her again, but the Pioneers here with an early lead in today's small college semifinals, the winner of which will play St. Bonaventure, who won earlier today, just about half an hour ago. A discussion with the referee here towards the Dragons.
Yeah, try not to then continue pushing up after that. Okay.
Talking about the breakdown there and the rules thereof.
Come on. Knocked on by blue, red scrum.
Dragons will get the ball here in the scrum.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Driving up.
And the Dragons are pushed back, but they drove up. So it's a penalty for the Dragons. The Dragons take advantage of it, and off to the races, it's Ranchagan. Ranchagan with beautiful presentation. And so now with the carry, as O'Connor couldn't catch up. And now O'Connor jumps into the ruck there. O'Connor refines her position, and without support, a beautiful run. This time by Rainier. Played out. Some beautiful offloads keeping this one alive, but not
intentionally
dead.
Knocked on, 22.
And intentionally so by the substitute, Jordan Kamens. Dragons take it quickly. Gomez finds a beautiful push. And now it's Rousseau. Rousseau with a beautiful offload to Gomez now, and a big hit there. It's Myers calling for it. She has the support. Just 5 short meters away, still kept alive.
And away, blue!
The Dragons trying to find theirs. Referee warns Pioneers of not rolling away as it goes out to the back line, lost but regained. And look at this beautiful carry by Underhill. Underhill with a race and cuts back in with the offload. That little pop pass, so fortuitous. Cutting back inside, now it's Ranchagan. Another carry, this time kept. Looking to go to a forward pod here. Instead goes to Judson.
Time off. Trainer, please.
Another big
So many
there,
big collisions during that bit of play. My goodness. These ladies are bringing the shoulders today.
Yeah, just wait.
They know what they're playing
She
for.
also got
My
the back of
goodness.
the head
It's
there,
bodies
so.
all over the floor. You don't want to see that, but you understand how physical this game has already started to be.
One player's up, another player's still down as we come back to it to take another look.
Can you hear me?
Whoa! My goodness. Please don't
I
run
just seen
into
her
a
got,
brick wall,
in the
ladies
back
and
of the head
gentlemen.
During that ruck, which is what I was concerned about. Apparently
Perfect
it's
shoulder,
just her leg,
wrap
but,
around, and if
yeah.
you run that high, it's no surprise you'll get tipped over. I mean, once again, boofa! You see the head snap.
Any other troubleshooting beside that, we're just going to have to wait until halftime to do.
Bodendine with a solid hit there. She was holding her own shoulder there underneath the post. Let's hope she didn't hurt herself
Unplug
in an
the
attempt
headset and then plug
to
it back
find
in.
aggressive defense. We go
And we
back
can also
to it
power cycle,
as she's working
cycle
that shoulder
power.
along the post. Get some water on there, cool it down.
Can you hear me now?
What you need to do is just keep working that. Don't stay sedentary. Just keep working the muscles
that's what
around
it
the
said.
shoulder. Hopefully not too deep of an injury.
Okay, we've got
As it's shoulder to shoulder there.
yeah, we've got about 20 minutes left.
Good
in the
wrap,
half.
a good
We're
clean
just gonna
hit.
have to deal with it. All right. And Rob, I need to know if that player has been replaced yet. Okay.
So 18 minutes into this match and 3 players off the
Yasmin,
field with injury.
have you brought a replacement on for that player? For the one who was injured there. Okay.
Hopefully no loss is a big loss for either side. As early into the match, the finishers are already on. You see now for Cortland, number 18, Zahara Diaz, making her debut in today's match.
Blue hooker. A lot of times what I'm seeing right now is your first move after
As
the
we look
engagement
back
is
at
driving
another
up,
try, the
okay?
first
I need
try,
you to stay down and keep us level.
Lance, what did you
Because
see
when it goes
there?
up like that, there's no coming back.
Well, I saw Winger doing exactly what her job is, taking any opportunity she can and making the most of it. Not only was it 3 defenders that she beat, but already put her team in the advantage in one of the most important games of the season, and is the most important game as of right now. Great try, great start. You can see how excited her teammates are. That's what it's all about, celebrating with the ladies. As we get back to action, I would like to see a little bit more of that. Players being able to take their turn and burn around the corner. That is great rugby.
Bowden's shoulder appears to be all right, so we're back to action here as time is back on. And we prepare for a scrum. The Dragons take this one about 6 meters outside of the try line, but one back by the Pioneers. And it's Bowden. On a rough shoulder, she takes it well. Right up the middle. Trying to find something to do with it. It's got to find an exit. They do here. A big boot brought up by the Dragons. A good return there by Mariah Rogers. To a forward pod, offload by Gomez. Another handy trickery. Cortland slows this one down. Duncan, right up the middle. She can't be brought down. 3 on her, but she's still up as she pushes right back to where the Dragons once were, 7 meters outside. Big run here by Rainier. Rainier's still up. Finally brought down, and now it's the Dragons all day long. Macy finding a gap now. Kept up, need a push by her teammates. And a good poach here by the Pioneers. As they find possession, and Head finds a gap, and another gap as she makes her way up. Looking for an exit, a big boot there. Bowden taking that boot. As we ready for a line
great
out.
defense by the Pioneers. Cortland seems to be determined to get points on the board and to tie this game up. Picking goals, offloads, everything that they can do. And what seemed to could have been a maul gets held up a bit. Pioneers able to take the ball away, clear their lines, get themselves outside the 22. But they're still deep in their own zone, so they have to play tough defense again.
Cortland lost it, then regained it into the hands of the hooker Gomez. So they'll work outside. The Dragons putting one together here with a nice offload. Keeping it alive. Finding the outside, kept up Rogers. Still pushing into the territory, but she's kept up and kept back by Brink. Brink with the try earlier, now an amazing play on defense. Dragons still with the possession. Kept up here. Dragons need to join the maul when they have the opportunity to and find the push. O'Connor sends it to Macy. Macy with a nice run. just outside the 22. Good run here by Myers. And a good poach. It's good as Shea Minnow comes up with it. And the Pioneers take control now. Back and forth. Back and forth. It's a heavyweight bout. Are you ready for it, they say. 5-0 for the Pioneers as they look to knock on the door again and push territory. But the Dragons won't be taking that easily. Brought to the outside, now cut back in. A beautiful run here, still alive. Luzny still keeps it. A good pass there. And another pass to the outside, and another one. This time with room to move. It's the substitute, Gaymans. Now Cubbits. So the field flips in a blink of an eye, and it's the Pioneers knocking on the door once more with a big take here by Willoughby. A good run here, finds the break, finds the gap. She's on her way to the line. Will she make it? Yes, she will. And it's 10-0, just like that, for Sydney Kaluzny.
Sydney, no games, no jokes. Dash and cut this Cortland defense in half. Right down the center of the field. One woman to beat, swerve run to get all the way into the try zone. That was a phenomenal line that she made. She saw the gap. No need to wait. No need to second guess it. Play what you see. And immediately, foot down, step through, defense not collapsing well enough, swerving away from the opposing lock. And 15 goes in to score for the Pioneers. What a great run. She was ready for contact. They didn't converge to close that gap around her, and she had no problem going in to score herself. Walk-in try for Sydney. And with the conversion added on, Pioneers extending their lead 12-5.
12-0 now for the Pioneers. What a match played so far by UW Platteville. What a score by Sydney there. You see the happiness on her face. If they've ever needed one, it's right here. Look at the gap, the height of the tackle just too high. You got to tackle at the hip. There, an attempt at the tackle at the hip, just not in time. She takes off all the way for the try. Get back to action, picked up here. Taken to the outside, taking the long way around. It's Ashley Head. Ashley Head with an offload there. Barnes looks for some teammates. Beautiful line off the forward. And here's another big run, this time by Brink. Picked up by Wilhelmi. Brought back inside now. And slowed down now. Zoe Barnes taking her time. Just over 25 minutes into this. Off the forward line again. These offloads so deadly for the Dragons. And look at another one here by the Pioneers to bring it into territory. On an absolute tear so far, the Pioneers taking this one and chipping away. It's Callahan this time. Out the side now. Callahan, pardon me, smartly plays it from behind at her ankle. It's not rolling away is the call.
And the physicality is here. These Pioneer ladies are running right at opposition.
Cortland, we're gonna
I've
reset with the
just
scrum
seen
option.
2 bodies get collected, just simply as that. A counter ruck from the 8 woman. Bound and Dine, again, being physical. And of course, Emma,
Your headset on?
as before, bringing the heat.
A little bit.
And actually, she has been running directly at opposition the entire game. Fullback from Cortland, Mariah Rogers. But here we go again. Platteville has the physicality up front. Their front row are absolutely menacing. Emma catching bodies left and right. I like the way that these Pioneers are playing straight forward up.
Scrum option.
Let's see if we can maintain for the entire game.
All facets of the Pioneers game has been firing today. The forward pack doing their job, punching that ball forward. The backs doing their job as well, finding that speed on the outside.
Crouch.
Another scrum here for the Pioneers.
Bye.
This is the one facet that they've needed to focus on.
Yeah, use it now, Blue.
This set piece stays in. Ball in the scrum there. Almost taken away by the Dragons. Now to the outside. The backs find some work to do. And with a full plate on their hands, they devour. Right up into territory. It's Dixon. Ball out to Bowden Dine as she's been deadly today. And the threat continues as the ball works outside. Still kept alive. That's Brink.
Yeah, get out now, Red. Just let it come.
Brink with a beautiful carry there. As this ball works back into the forwards. And a knock on there by the number 10, Riley Connor. An unfortunate mistake by the Pioneers fly half.
I'm enjoying the ability
Not great, is it?
of this Pioneer team to be able to play from left to right. Maybe early setups to get them better opportunity to score, but they're doing a good job really keeping this Cortland defense engaged completely, making sure they focus in on their fundamentals of attacking and getting off the line. But this Pioneer team is prime ready to go.
Up we go. Yep, just need
Another
that tiny bit
scrum
more
here.
stability.
Looked a bit too low on that tight head side for the Pioneers. Emma Callahan just sunk her shoulders in a little bit there.
Crouch.
So we'll reset. Bit of an early engage.
Bind. Set.
29 minutes into the first half. 12-0 for the Pioneers. As the Dragons take this scrum and see if they can find a taste of the Pioneers' own medicine. As a beautiful run here by Underhill. Lost but regained by Rogers. Rogers into the middle of the field. O'Connor. Out to Valerio. The footwork battle there, won by the Pioneers. Out to Bodendine. And out to the edge. Off to the races. It's another day of work for Barnes. And Brink. And Brink finds another try, her second of the day, 30 minutes into this match.
When she gets on the sideline rolling, Taylor is swift, let me tell you. Taylor is swift. She is on the brink of a hat trick, all from leg work. That run right there just showed exactly what she's about. Forward trusts her to give her the ball. Around one, pull it on the jersey, not enough. One-on-one with the fullback. A cutback move, too strong to bring down. 8-man has an opportunity, but again, the leg drive, determination, and she will not be denied. Brink running like she stole a bag of money from a Brinks truck on the brink of a hat trick. Inside move, and there is no stopping someone that determined and that ready to go. What an incredible try. 60 meters covered, 70 meters covered, all determination, all heart.
That conversion there put through. Good for another 7 onto the total of the Pioneers. As we take another look at it, Brink off to the races. Some beautiful wordplay there by our color commentator, Lance Kavanaugh. Too much? Never. Too much footwork by Brink? Never. As she's off to it for another try on the day. Beautiful one indeed, as nobody can catch up with her. Seeing Sydney Kanekani on the chase down, but just not in time. As the Pioneers will get the ball back here as we wait for a restart here in Houston for the small college semifinals. 31 minutes into the first half, and the Pioneers 19-0. Almost a good poach there by the Dragons, just not in time by Rhodes, as support was quickly there for the Pioneers. Good cut inside. Now looking to go back out. Connor takes this one wide, and a fight for possession ensues. Some forward pod work, and another forward pod. Driving forward Callahan, who's been absolutely ferocious today. And look at this, won by the Dragons. Dragons win this one cleanly. And she'll fall down and take it as it's won back again by Bodendine. Look at the big push there. Another big run for the Pioneers. Eyes widening all across. The locomotive just steaming up here as we get ready to go. A knock on there. Hopefully it doesn't take too much air out of the Pioneers, but if you're a Dragons fan, this may be the break you're looking for.
Absolutely, because the Pioneers seems to be slowly rolling. The train is going downhill on the track. Cortland needs to find a way to get some points and at least cut into the confidence of this Pioneer team, who seem to be all full steam ahead. This pass right here, just a little behind. Almost a great opportunity for a one-hand top 10 play, but unfortunately, ball goes to ground, scrum down. Cortland, attack ready to go.
Another scrum here. We've seen so many today. There's Rizzo. Play here to the forward pod, brought forward. Still fighting forward. Look at this run by Rainier. They'll go to another forward pod. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Beautiful run by Rhodes there now. They'll go to a back line. Cut back inside, beautifully so, by Valerio. Valerio pushing into territory. Another big carry for the Dragons. Stopped right at the line of gain by the Pioneers. Needs some support here as she's kept up. Ball lost.
Lost in the tackle.
And knocked forward.
Cortland are clawing, fighting, scraping, whatever they can, but this Pioneer defense is determined and bent on making sure they get nothing. High-low tackle with a pulling out of the ball. I said earlier in the day that the 8-woman for the Pioneers, Selena Bodendine, was going to be a factor, and she is balling right now.
Another scrum here for the Pioneers. Look for the push. There it is, kept in beautifully so by Bodendine. Candidate for player of the match. And a good run there to stay alive and wait for support by Connor. Now it's head along the touchline. Got to be careful. So they cut back in. This ball backwards. Still alive. Fighting for meters. It's Fanner still. Back out. Look at this. Look at her go. It's Wilhelmi. Wilhelmi's still alive as she's finally brought down, and support there by Bodendine. Beautiful backline play here. And look at the stiff arm there. Pure Heisman material, Kaluzny. Barnes sends this one out. It's Dutton. And along the touchline, it finally does go out. The substitute Cayman's just not there in time and unable to regain control.
Pioneers are now about as confident as they've been all match. If you see the gentleman on the screen by Never Miss a Match, the border, he's in red. That is Badger Kings Rugby Company. He supplies all of the information for Wisconsin Rugby, Upper Midwest. Made the trip all the way down to Texas to help support his home state team. That is what the rugby community is all about. Big shout out and love to Badger Kings Rugby. But also big shout out to Wisconsin, who is giving him all the information you need to show that they're doing well. As you can see him in the background with his camera. Always supporting Wisconsin Rugby, and the Wisconsin ladies right now. The University of Wisconsin Platteville ladies right now are handling business for a chance to play for a national championship.
And speaking of taking care of business, look at the poach and potential push by the Pioneers there to almost win that defensive ruck back. It's a big tackle here. We've got a dragon down on the pitch. So we'll have time off for injury here. I don't want to speculate as to what the ailment may be.
Looks like her left leg got twisted in that tackle. The moment that she was on her way down, you can see the grimace in her face. And one thing I can say is she has been all over the field for this Cortland team defensively. I count at least 7 or 8 tackles by her alone. Alrighty. And one thing, like I said, Selena Bodendine, big hit early on in the game, showing why she is the powerhouse for this team. The counter rucks and the way that she's been finding ways to get the ball back for her side has been absolutely instrumental. And she also was the try assist on Brink's second try with the hands to the wing. Says a lot about this squad to have such a dominating force in the middle of the field. She was one of the players to watch, and as you can see, keep your eyes on her because she will continue to do big work for that team.
Indeed, Bodendine has been so successful today and insurmountable for the side of the Pioneers. A beautiful play over and over again. And an amazing player to have on your side. You love to play with her, you hate to play against her. Bodendine. You can beat her on the height, but she'll beat you in power every single time as we get ready for another scrum. The Pioneers forward pack all around has been so successful today, specifically Callahan chipping away on the offensive possession and Wilhelmi on the tackles, hitting the line speed hard.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Final minutes here this first half.
Stay back 9. Penalty advantage offside.
Picked now by Bodendine. Beautiful offload to Barnes. And Brink off with it. Pardon me. And Brink with her 3rd try of the match. Hats off to you, Taylor Brink.
Show the muscles.
Put the world
because
on your shoulders.
You have been doing great work today, Taylor Brink. That inside swerve move to finish that try is high level. Keep it up. Hat trick in the first half. What a try, and what a way for this Wisconsin team to establish themselves. To be playing in the national championship semifinal and exerting your dominance. 8-man pick. She won't be stopped, but it took 3 defenders to corral her. Again with the assist to Brink, and Brink is swerving and moving. She is absolutely hype, and she deserves it because this try right here, inside move on the fullback, no one there to stop her. And for 3 on the day, what a way to play. But there's more rugby to go, but good job for her in this first half.
This conversion unfortunately falls short, and that will take us to half. As we go down now to the field, we'll get ready for an interview with and Bodendine with an absolute beautiful play here to bring it out to Brink and set her up for her 3rd try of the match. And Tyler will go down live to you now with an interview with the Pioneers head coach.
I'm here with the assistant coach of Cortland, Claire. You've been very vocal on the sidelines, especially about defense, about the little mistakes, the weaknesses you're pointing out. How are you going to display that to the team going into the half?
Well, they know it. We practice it. That's one of the biggest things we talked about is being beat on the outside. So we recycle. People loop around, recycle. They know it. They just got to put it in place. So that's all I can tell them, But they know it. They know.
100%. And obviously the back line knows how to run the ball. It just seems to be making the bad mistakes in the opportune parts of the field. What are you going to do to change that second half?
We might try to not run as many plays. Maybe just get hands on the ball. We just want to break those gaps. We got 2 very strong centers who can break the line. They just need to find it within themselves. They need more support on the back line. We got chances if we get it through all the way to the outside. So that's the goal, get it to the outside.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. The fans at home are loving it. We'd love to see some more great second half action. Thank you. Back up to you guys.
We got the hits. We got the kicks.
Oh God, that looks way too good.
The passes.
The athletes.
And the fans.
We got the pride.
And the passion. All we need is you.
I use Thorne products pre and post workout to maximize my recovery, muscle growth, and make sure that I can be my best self on the field.
Thorne's a supplement company that I can trust. They're NSF certified for sports. I know that I can take this and know what's in their product.
I use their protein, get my muscles nice and big.
The products I use with Thorne have minimal ingredients. They're high quality, they're clean, they're batch tested, taste amazing, and it made everything in my recovery and my performance better.
If you're not recovering off the pitch, you're not your best self on the pitch. Thorne gets me there.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
And they come forward through Russell, and Ollie Lawrence finishes the job.
Welcome back to Houston for the Collegiate Rugby Championship, the Small College Women's Finals. It's Cortland versus Platteville, the winner of which will face St. Bonaventure. And right now, it's looking like it's all Pioneers, as University of Wisconsin-Platteville has one player with a hat trick, and her name is Taylor Brink. Here's her first one here as she cuts back inside and finds that first try that was so deadly for the Pioneers. And another one, this time by Sydney Kozlowski. I'm Grant Harrison, joined here with Lance Cavanaugh. Lance, what did you see in that first half?
I seen one team that played more physical than the other. I seen that physicality allowing them to have more ball. I seen that physicality allowing them to break a line more. And the moment that Cortland ups the physicality to match what they've been seeing from this Wisconsin-Platteville team, the quicker we might see this score line maybe condense a little bit. But as long as it goes the way it's been going, I see this Wisconsin team extending their lead even further.
Wisconsin off to a big boot here, recovered by the Dragons along the right-hand side of the pitch. This ball way out the back, and it's alive. So Shea Minnow will come up with a dangerous hit. Ball kept alive, that ball backwards, so it's brought up now by Brooke Johnston. Now to a forward pack, met at the line of game. And another forward pack met at the game line. Dragons sticking with the forward pods. Myers with an offload here. Valerio keeps it alive as she goes to Underhill.
No hands, Blue. Good. That's fine. No, get back, Blue.
Wilhelmy breaks free there.
Good.
Ball's still in the ruck. And it's a forward pick. Myers will take this one up. Another forward pick. Gomez loses this one, though. And a boot will send it into the hands of the Pioneers as soon as they can recover, and they do there.
Not part of the ruck line.
Big push by the Dragons, regaining control and along the left side. That hit brings her back, though, right from where she picked the ball up.
Knock on advantage,
This
Blue.
knock on by the Dragons will give an advantage to the Pioneers. Along the right side, Wilhelmy with a beautiful run right into the hands of Rabas.
First knock is by Red, and knock there by
Unfortunately,
Blue.
Bowden
Blue
Dine
scrum.
makes her first mistake of the day, as she's been so crucial to this Pioneers team so far.
Absolutely. At least we found out that she is human, because today she has been doing everything that she wants. Knocking people over, setting up tries. It's been an amazing game for her so
when you guys
far.
are putting your hit in it, and that's when it's getting unstable. We got to settle up there before the ball's in, okay? Fair enough? Let's go.
Sorry, I wanted to give the ref opportunity to breathe and lay his instructions down. The scrum has been something that he's been definitely particular about, giving penalties earlier and talking to both teams about. But yeah, this 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 Wisconsin Platteville team has shown that they are ready and roaring to go. Maybe they can extend their lead, get their subs in, and comfortably lay themselves a good runway for a national championship appearance.
Zoe Barnes feeds this in. Kept at the feet of Bodendine. Brought out now to backline play. Look at the skip. Look at the dummy line. That offload kept alive and called backwards, and it's Brink off to the races again. Will she get a fourth? No, she's brought down. Just short of the 5-meter line. We'll call her 10 meters away from the try line there. As the Pioneers rely on some forward picks. And look at this ball security by Bodendine. Picked up now by Minnow with a lovely carry. The poach there for the Dragons. Called fine, and Rogers will take this one. Very rare to see a fullback involved in the play in that portion of the field. But there she is as Brink recollects the ball. Now into the hands of Dutton. Dutton pushing her way forwards, fighting for every inch as they get closer and closer to the Dragons. And there it is by Grace Wilhelmy.
Wow. The turnover by Cortland, giving them opportunity to clear their lines. But of course, Platteville has none of that. We'll take that back from you, please, and thank you. And we all really enjoy to see a prop try. We love to see these props who do so much work for the team get an opportunity to touch the score sheet. I live by grace, and it seems like Wisconsin Platteville lives by grace too, getting 5 points for her team and extending this already seemingly insurmountable lead for them early in the second half.
Oh, you still got like 50 seconds.
A few missed conversions. Keep your eye on the bottom right-hand portion of your screen as we take a look at another one.
And curves it in. What a kick. What a kick. Curves it in. Going right to left. Conversion good. Split screen with Grace, showing her gracefulness and gracing us with her amazing rugby skills, putting points on the board. And she looks up at the scoreboard, seeing the work that she's done. Quite proud of herself as this Wisconsin Platteville team extends their lead 31-0. Cortland reeling, needing any kind of boost that they can get as they step up for this kickoff.
And who can blame her for putting the team on her shoulders, as those extra points will certainly come in handy later, as you cannot sleep on these SUNY Cortland Dragons. A grubber kick here brought up the middle along the right side, and it's the woman herself, Grace Wilhelmy. To the outside. This one, Sydney Kozlowski. Still kept in. And it's Brink again. Brink brought down by Rogers. Security here, extra brought in by Dutton. Callahan up the pitch now. Trying to find presentation, it's out. And a huge run here. Good luck bringing her down.
Tackle release before the
Bodendine.
strip. Tackle was completed, must release.
No release there, so a penalty for the Pioneers. An extra call in their favor. As they'll go for the run here, it's Bodendine again. Out of the outside, has two to help her. Lost, and it's the Dragons' ball. Dragons take this one out in the hands of Macy. To a forward pod, now to the back line. Underhill with beautiful movement, and Rogers with a beautiful carry. Along the left-hand side of the field and brought down. Too high on the tackle, so SUNY gets a penalty now. Big carry here by Gomez.
Leave it, Blue!
Instruction from the referee,
Blue,
just
I'm
leave
telling
it.
you to leave it because you have a player off their feet.
Off of their feet is the call.
Perfect.
8 minutes into this second half. The mistakes starting to show their.
And a little bit of what we're seeing also is this SUNY team being outmatched, and maybe this Platteville team noticing and maybe playing a little bit outside themselves, being a little too aggressive at times when earlier they would not. But look at the runs here.
A beautiful run by Valerio paired with another beautiful run by Rousseau. Taking this up all the way up the left-hand side of the pitch. Now it's Myers with her chance. Myers met at the gain line.
Yeah, no hands, Blue. It's a good
Big
counter ruck.
push off the feet.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it's a
Good
counter ruck. Good for the Pioneers as they get possession, and the Dragons shaking their heads. But another counter ruck. And the SUNY Cortland Dragons take this one, and off to the races. It's Emily Rousseau. Still kept up. Macy will pick this one and go. Ticking away at the clock and chipping away at the field. Now Valerio, who put themselves in this great position, takes the ball, gives it off to Underhill. And now it's Rhodes. Rhodes finds Bodendine. Blue has to release here. Gomez does a good job of staying low and securing that ruck. As now it's an opportunity for Rainier. Rainier punching through now about 6 meters from the try line. Between the legs of Judson.
First one there. Play on. Good steal.
And it's a good steal and another good steal paired with a pass out to Dalpas. Ball still in the ruck. The Dragons need to do something here with it quickly, and they do. Ball dropped and regained. You see the tension on the sidelines of the Dragons. Hanging on to every moment here, hoping for it. Can they find it in Valerio? No, but they might find it in Konecny. And there it is. The try for the Dragons that we've been so waiting for. In the hands of Sydney Konecny.
I don't know. I think it was 14.
Yasmin Valerio on that phase build-up had so many important moments, including the try assist, where she gets the offload off at the very end. I mean, look at the line speed she takes, immediately putting pressure on that defense, bringing in two defenders, ball already ready for the offload, one-handed, giving her winger the opportunity for Sydney to step on into the try zone and give her team the 5 points that they much deserve, especially after that bit of play that they put together over the last minute and a half.
What a beautiful bit of possession by the Dragons. And again, Sydney with the one-handed grab to keep it alive. Little breeze from left to right here on this kick, and it falls short. So the Dragons put up 5. They're only 5 so far, but a long way to go here in the semifinals of the Small College National Collegiate Rugby Championship. A beautiful try there.
Incredible offload, incredible decision. The decision making there to split the gaps, get a hand free and get that offload off perfectly weighted, perfectly in time. That's a great play right there. Cortland, hats off to you, but we need more to find yourself back into this game for a chance to play for a national championship.
They're trying to make a sub, Rob. Rob, they're trying to
Look
make a
at the
sub.
smile there, the celebration.
Okay, thank you.
That's just what you want to see here. Relaxed, composed, fighting for the comeback. Yeah, clearly a John Cena fan. You can't see me.
You can have it when you're ready, 12.
Look at this
Can't
little
see me.
WWE reference there.
Can't see me.
Picked up there in the middle. It's the Dragons up the field now. See if they can piece another one together. Good possession by Myers. Ripping that out of the hands of the Pioneers. Along the left side, it's Rousseau. Third phase good here for the Dragons. Good punch up the gut by Valerio.
You're swimming around the corner there, 9. Keep straight.
Tried to get her out of the side, but a bit too much of a side. And O'Connor will take this one up herself. She does have the support there. So who can blame her as Gomez takes this one? It attempts her impression of a scrum half.
Good, Ruck.
And she is successful as Judson hung on to it there. O'Connor rejoins play. Beautiful pass, beautiful parry, but it's a beautiful defense. The Dragons need to get this one out wide here. They want a chance of running one around the Pioneers. Will they find it here in the hands of Macy? Oh, but they do gain field possession and sets up Valerio for a nice run. Valerio kept up. Just right outside the touchline there. Good poach attempt by the Pioneers and a nice run by Macy. 54 minutes in, and it's Valerio again on the inside. Trying to counter Ruck. Minnow just can't find it, and a big carry now by Duncan. Duncan kept up.
Now it's a maul!
Myers has to get low and bind and get that push. Maul is formed now, and now the Dragons are being pushed back.
Unplayable. Brought in by Red, blue scrum.
And after decision by the referee, it's a scrum for the Pioneers.
Just give me a step, I'll make the mark.
This last 5 to 7 minutes of play by Cortland has been completely inspiring. They've been up to the task, running forward, putting pressure on this Pioneers defense. Could it be a little bit too late? The score might indicate, but it's definitely a great showing, and it's definitely a great way. If this is the dying light of your season, that you go out raging into the night. But I want to see Cortland put up some more points and show that they are here to win, even with the scoreline as it is.
Well, anything can happen in December now, and look at this. It's a play off the right-hand side by Shea Minnow. Forward pod here needs support. Another play to a forward pod. Hubbard's taking this one up. Backline today. Beautiful pickup there by Kozlowski. And poached by the Dragons. So now SUNY Cortland gets it. And look at this punch. The run, the carry by Rainier. Gomez will pick and take. And another pick and take now by Duncan.
Advantage is over, Red.
Advantage over, so now it's pure play by the Dragons. And look how they move with Rousseau.
Give me a start from the onside position. Offside always 4.
Offside by the Pioneers. Favorable call for the Dragons just outside the 22. She'll actually be standing right on it. Pardon me, that's the 10-meter line. To the outside, nice carry by Valerio. Lost there. Let's see who comes up with it.
Ooh, that knock could have been called intentional. I'm all right with the call, though. Solid job by the center sir today. Keeping this game safe and keeping it flowing. Cortland again with an attacking opportunity. What can they make of this?
Just over 20 minutes to go. It is enough time for the Dragons, but they need it here, and they need one quickly if they do want to piece together the 26 points they do so need. SUNY Cortland goes with an 8 pick. He's so off to it. She can't be brought down. She punches her way to the 22-meter line now. Beautiful skip pass there. Bobbled up, kept alive, but it's by the Pioneers. Counter ruck action by the Dragons, but the Pioneers take it up. Emma Callahan with a beautiful carry. Look at the goose step. Look at the drop, though. An unfortunate drop there on the outside because Lusky just loses it at the end there. Looks like her knee played a role in that drop. What did you see there, Lance?
Knocked on.
It's pretty tough. Ooh, the tackle, the bobble, the snatch out of midair. Goodness gracious. That steal was impressive. But the physicality, as I said, from this Wisconsin Platteville team has been seizing the day over the SUNY side. Sunny side.
Bind.
SUNY has played so well today, and now SUNY needs to play well in the scrum. This one caught up in the front row, now out. Connor. Send it out, and with intensity, the Dragons run up. It's Underhill on that one. Now O'Connor again. Out to Rogers. Rogers thundering her way up. Pick now by Underhill. Out to Connie Cannon. Another beautiful tip. This time out to Macy, but she's brought out into touch. So it will be a line out for the Pioneers.
The speed of play right there seems to be the key for them. When they're playing front facing, when they're playing smooth attacking, when they're playing quick off of the base of the ruck, they seem to be almost undefendable at times. Right there, the cohesion they had gave them 30 meters. If only they can keep the ball in play. Look how close they were from their attacking position to going in and scoring again. It's those small mistakes that really can change the complexity of a game.
Cubbits with the throw in here for the Pioneers. And a wave back to you. Off the top. Fanner still takes this one up. Plenty of support into the ruck. Don't want to lose it here as they find some relief with the kick. This one kept alive. Rogers will take it up for the Dragons. But she's brought down by Taylor Brink as soon as she finds possession. Judson now with a run. Brought down by Fanner still. Forward pod here, Rhodes pushing forward. Just under 20 minutes to go. Connie Canny steps out nearly at the same spot she did last time.
Again, offense ready, primed to go. Just got to be able to turn it back the other way. Keep yourself in bounds and out of trouble.
Red 18 and red 11.
And White, the substitute for Cubbits at hooker.
Hold and good.
Ready to throw this one in. And it's a full line out.
Yep.
Pioneers come up with this one cleanly. Learning from their mistake last time. Beautiful skip pass to the outside. Taylor Brink. Kept up there. Poached. But still in the hands of the Pioneers. As they can think a higher power for that one as White takes it up.
Get back, guys.
Referee warning of offsides. Big carry there by Callahan.
Ball's out.
Beautiful footwork to keep this one alive. The bus has her teammates to thank as they're there quickly for support. Pioneers losing the ball here. Maintaining possession, but losing territory, I should say. But they quickly regain it here, as will Elmy. Pairing well today with Bodendine on runs. And speaking of Bodendine, a nice offload there. And another nice offload to Brink. Kept inside.
Counterruck's good.
Good poach there.
Okay.
Big run by Rousseau now.
Keep the tempo, Cortland. Keep the tempo.
Dragons need one here. Let's see if Myers can gain some meters. She does. Good support by Fix. Almost lost here. It's a battle between Gomez and all of the Pioneers. Brought down cleanly. Backline run. Rogers trying to find something.
Knock on off of 6 hands.
That ball knocked off of the Pioneers. So the Dragons gain advantage, and O'Connor gains some meters. Fix tries for a pick. And another run by Judson now. The fly half, trying to find some room, trying to find some possession. Valerio loses it.
Made, got a release. Yeah. Retreat blue.
But not releasing is the call. Not releasing the tackle, I should say. Not the ball as Valerio hangs on to it. Tries for the offload, loses it to Brink. Brink now for the UW Platteville Pioneers. Good counter ruck, but secured again. A big stiff arm and a hair tackle there.
Got it by the hair. High tackle.
The unfortunate side. You have cornrows that long, they might get held on to, and they do there.
It will be in the Pioneers' best interest to play slow right here. 15 minutes until you're stepping onto a national championship game appearance. As you can see, they're having a conference about where to kick it, where to go. Veteran move, wastes a little bit of time, but barely gets it out. With a line out to come, let's take a deep breath, slow the game down. It seems to be almost in hand, a 26-point lead with less than 15 minutes to go. Screams that this game is almost but over. Let's see if the Pioneers rev up the engines, play with the tempo that they've been playing with, or do they slow it down and conservatively take the time off the clock.
White with the throw-in, regained by the Pioneers, looking to find some backline movement. Galusny right up the center, and now a pick by Barnes. Barnes with a nice offload, but into the hands of Rogers. Rogers trying to fight through the fallen Pioneer player to post the ball, and Duncan fighting through more Pioneer players to advance the ball. Ball out the back, O'Connor sends it. Brought down there, Maimuna. Rhodes with a nice run here. Kept up by Callahan and the supporting cast of the Pioneers.
It's nothing right now, guys. Now it's a maul. Got 2 players from red end.
Maul is formed. Got to find some support.
Let it come, blue. Let it come.
Maul falls apart there, so it's a run by Myers. Myers kept up now, finally finds her way down. 12 minutes to go here. Big run by Connie Candy. Back in by Judson. Amazing defense thus far by the Pioneers. Look at the big hit right there to prove my point. And
Oh, the
Underhill picks it
physicality
up.
is back on display. Oh, goodness. I mean, look at these hits. As I said before, the physicality has been the name of the day right here. This tackle.
She actually okay? Yeah, okay. I think we're knocked out. All right, yeah, happens. All right,
Right
time is back
here.
on. Knocked on,
Bufa.
blue scrum.
Double tackle with the shoulder,
Here we go, blue.
driven all the way through. And I mean, one phase later, another complete stop. Attacker wanted no more to go forward. And with the knock-on card, it is the Pioneers' ball.
And appears to be the wind knocked out of her. So time's back on here as we ready for another scrum.
Bind. Set.
See the possession here right on the halfway line. And from the center line, off Callahan goes. Nice offload there. I believe that's Taylor Brinks. Big play here, cutting back inside. Ashley Head keeps it up. Bouncing ball collected. Kaluzny. And now Taylor Brink dives on it.
Not done.
So we'll go back to the knock on here.
Cortland scrum.
11 minutes left, and it's all UW Platteville Pioneers. We'll take some time here before the scrum. And Lance, the forward pack, has had an amazing shift today by both sides, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Both teams, obviously physicality from one team and the other has been at a top tier pitch. But both teams' forward packs have shown that they are game and ready to play. This matchup tomorrow, St. Bonaventure versus the Pioneers forward packs, could be a future matchup of the day.
Ball out the side, collected by Rainier.
Knock on advantage.
And now collected by the Pioneers. Robust with the offload, right into the hands of Cubbits. Pioneers go with another pod here. Pushing forward, Fanner still right along with her to find the support. That ball backward, so it's kept alive. The other substitution, Ortega Cervantes, taking that ball up. And now out to the back line. Cutting back inside. And there's the revenge for the hair pull. Ashley Head cuts back in with a nice move to bring up the game line. Tucked into the armpit, Cubbits. Big carry there by Wilhelmi to fall forward. Drawing into the final minutes, Kozlowski not going down so easy. Tries to go with a one-handed offload. Brinks scored off of the last one-handed offload, but this time she steps into touch.
Wow, we're still seeing physical play here. We're still seeing strong running. We're still seeing strong tackling.
Good, hold that mark.
Unfortunately, that mistake at the very end probably ended what could have been a cherry on top for a really good
job
passage
on
to
that
pay
scrum, not jumping the
for
gun.
the Pioneers. Cortland's throw in, and an opportunity again to get some points on the board.
That's 5, play.
Recovered here by the Dragons, brought up now, trying to find the center of the field. It's Gomez. Gomez with a nice run there. Now into the hands of Duncan.
She's tackled, but she released.
And a good poach there by the Pioneers, brought up by Minnow.
Not releasing.
Sir. Great call, sir. Great call.
Penalty against the Pioneers leads to a nice run here by the Dragons and a nice set of phases sure to come up. Connie Canny. O'Connor. Out to Duncan.
Tackle now!
Duncan finally brought down. O'Connor to Judson. Now to Underhill. Still kept in.
Timing's fine, play on.
SUNY Cortland loses it to the Pioneers. And it's Minnow again on the pick. Now Wilhelmi takes it up. And here's White. White can't be brought down. The fresh set of legs almost gets the ball poached, and she does get the ball poached by Connor. O'Connor with a beautiful jackal there. Kept up, brought down, and now another big tackle. Rabas pushed back. Picked up now by Rousseau.
Gotta have
Tried
13
to
or
poach
19
again,
roll away before we go for a strip
but
there.
didn't roll away, so it wasn't a clear ruck. And now it's called back for Cortland.
Got the great jump. Referee called it fine. Onside when the ball is
Just
picked
outside
up.
the 22,
Good call,
just
sir.
outside.
Interception, almost a pick 5.
Indeed, Lance, what a beautiful run there.
My outside shoulder blue. There you go.
Have another line out. White will take this one for the Pioneers. On defense. Gomez will throw in for the Dragons. Gomez's ball goes a bit long, but it's brought up. Still in possession of the Dragons.
The tackle, that's fine.
And now poached and brought away. It's Minnow again on her third pick of the day. One by air,
the 22.
2 by land, and now 1 into touch.
Less than 4 minutes to go in this game, where the Pioneers have taken the physicality approach, setting themselves up with a matchup for tomorrow versus St. Bonaventure, who defeated Endicott, the reigning national champions. Very physical game between those two, and we got 2 teams in the championship who find themselves in a physicality matchup.
Through the legs of Judson, she picks it back up. But now the Dragons are backed up deep into their own territory. They'll go with the forward pod here. Gomez will take it up. Now they're looking for the kick if they can get it out in time. They'll keep running with it, and it's successful. Valerio off with a nice run and a nice offload into the hands of Underhill. Underhill goes for the post, but just throws it right back to O'Connor. O'Connor takes it. Somebody's got to pick it up for the Dragons.
Time off. Rest of you back. Let me have the captain.
So time off here.
Guys, just
As we have a discussion for
listen,
Pete.
just real string of ill discipline right now. It's
The
3 or
head
4 penalties in a
referee
row against you. We got to do
talking
better at the
with Zoe
breakdown,
Barnes
okay?
here.
Players on their feet and through the gate, yes? Okay. Thank you.
Quick discussion, not much needed to be said.
19, entry.
Sir being very instructional. Doesn't want the game to fall apart in the last 2 minutes, last 3 minutes of this game. All the way to the end, holding the standard. We love to see that from our serves as the tap and go starts. Play back again.
O'Connor to Myers. Myers with a nice carry. This one to Judson. Back in to Gomez. Pardon me, that's Rousseau rather. Rousseau kept up still. Maul called. And it's a big push by the Pioneers.
I want you to pay attention to what just happened. The timeline of that last 30 seconds. The instant that the referee called it a maul, 4 or 5 Pioneers moved in to latch on to that to keep the ball from being played. That is great coaching. That is heads up on understanding the rules and what is required for a maul to start and what you need to do to keep the maul from finishing, to finish it and to get the ball back from your team. Those kind of little tidbits lets me know that this team is well instructed and will be well prepared for tomorrow's matchup for the national championship.
Well, it's been the Pioneers' motto all year, keep on pushing. And now they're just a minute and a half away from the championship match of the small college division here in the Collegiate Rugby Championship. Zoe Barnes will feed it in. With time ticking away, she's almost brought down. And quick speed there leads to another knock on off of the knee.
Just laying on top of it there. I've just warned you about ill discipline. Yellow start.
Oh, and the referee showing the cheese. We've seen our first call of the day. Laying on top of the ball. Unfortunately, Chloe gets hit over the head with a yellow card. She will spend the next minute and change on the sideline as her team is already in semi-celebration mode to get ready for a big matchup tomorrow.
Big run up the left-hand side. It's Underhill. Nobody can catch up to her. She's still up. Nice offload here into the hands of Valerio. Valerio brings it up, but brought right back by Shea Minnow. O'Connor out to Rhodes. Rhodes brings it up now. Trying for a consolation try here in the final seconds as Rousseau pushes up. Gomez with nice security on the ruck. O'Connor out to Myers, who goes out to Valerio. Now out to Macy, who goes out, and into touch. As that will do it here for the semifinals. And facing St. Bonaventure will be UW Platteville Pioneers. And we'll go back. This is to win the game. St. Bonaventure for men's for kick.
And with that kick, St. Bonaventure just beat Brown in the semifinals of nationals. So not only are the women's in the finals, but the men's find themselves in the finals next week as well.
And Tyler, I believe you have a championship winner there with you, a semifinal winner there with you, I believe.
I am here with Taylor Hat Trick Brink. Oh my God, what an amazing game. I caught up with your captains. They said their favorite part of the season so far was the challenges that got you guys here and the hard work you put in. How did it feel to do that?
It felt amazing. I mean, I'm here for my team. This is like, I changed in the middle of the season for them, and this is amazing. Like, I'm so glad that I'm here for them. It's amazing.
They had nothing but praise to say about everybody on the team and the coaching staff, including a coach that actually couldn't be here today. Would you like to give them a shout out right now?
Yeah, I want to give out a shout out to Carl. You're a great coach, and I wish that you could be here. And Coach Rich and Ian, you're great coaches. I'm so glad that you got us here. Thank you.
Well, good luck against St. Bonaventure in the small college championship final. Wow, what a crazy, absolutely electrifying small college semifinal. But that's it for today for them. You got to tune in tomorrow if you want to catch the national championship, Bonaventure versus UWP. But don't go anywhere. We got more rugby to come.